window in my Z3. I have the directions here, right here, and I have tools. I brought a high-powered light with me so I could see exactly what I'm doing. I want to mark the zippers, and one of the things I use for marking is I get a cheap bottle of ladies' nail polish. I do that because to apply this nail polish, there's a little brush on the inside of this that works very well. It dries quickly. It's easy to see because it's I get a color that you can see easily. And I've used it on quite a few things for automotive. And I know you guys are probably going to say, see, my nails aren't used. And it works pretty well. I got a butter knife. I got a pair of needle nose pliers. I have the window opened up. There's a contact cement. There's a needle and thread used for sewing the end of the window once it's installed so it doesn't open again. And there's two zippers provided, and these zippers, I don't know if I can hold them up side by side. One is a little bit larger than the other on the inside. Let's see if I can hold this up. It's very difficult to grab two of them. If you can look at it, you'll see the one on your right is wider on the inside. Let's see if we can get better light here. Then let's see if we can zoom on this. Zoom doesn't work. It's not the zoom, is it? You'll see one is just a little bit wider than the other one. Let's see if we get the other one. Well, it's difficult to show, but the wider one is used for opening the unzipping the old window, and the narrower one is used for zipping in the new window. I have noticed that there is fabric here on the other side of the zipper. There's fabric here, piece of fabric, and it doesn't actually say which way this window goes in. In other words, does this go in with the fabric on the inside, or does it go in with the fabric on the outside? And there goes my instructions. I have my assistant here. All right. Oh, you like that, I know, okay. So at any rate, where was I? I know when I take the other window out, I'll see which side this fabric goes on, whether it's the inside or the outside. I've read the directions about 7 or 8 times because I do believe they're about as vague as you could possibly make them. They aren't done by someone who's doing it for the first time. I guess not, but I mean, the thing is that there are things that you know ahead of time after doing it that you don't stop to tell the first timer, so he has to guess at them. Typical moron way to direct someone who's doing something for the first time. Alright, so we're going to see what happens. I'm going to turn this off now. Okay, I'm at the car now. You can see the old window has even some condensation in there. Let's see. You can see that. Has a tear in it that I taped. And it says here to use the butter knife and pry up the piping and the fabric underneath, starting from the middle of the window. Let's see if we can adequately view this. All right, we'll see if that works. Let's take a look. Let's see if we can do this without damaging the root. Not easy. There we go. Yes, that just ripped the piping. That's wonderful. Maybe not. Maybe it's just the glue. No, I don't think I did rip the piping. And apparently we're just taking out the glued section with the knife carefully. Some of it runs very easily. In fact, you wonder if it was glued at all after a few moments. Let's see what we can do here with the camera. I'm wearing some old clothes because I actually interrupted a tile job that I'm doing on my bathroom floor. Okay. Let me see what the next directions are. I'll turn this off for a second. Alright, the next directions say to open up the convertible top. I've never done this before, so I'm going to, I don't even know how to open it. Let's see. I guess these come down. And this must pull out. Oh yes, okay. This pulls out. Alright, and open it. Oh, just a bit. So it says 6 inches. It says 6 inches, so I guess that's enough. Now let's see what's next. I've identified the little clip on the outside. Let's see if we can zoom on this and see what happens. Alright. And I'm going to mark on here where this first zipper is, and I'm going to mark two teeth on here and one tooth on here, so I can identify where that actually started. I'm going to do that now, so hold on. Alright, I've marked this. I've marked it on either side of this clip. Now let's see if we can zoom a little. On either side of the clip I put nail polish, so when I take the clip off, underneath the clip's going to be black. So what I'll do is I'll mark the new window at the same spot and see if I can line it up with the bottom ones before I start the zipper. Alright. Alright. I have to get back there, and there's just no way I can get back there. This seat doesn't move any far forward, and if I lift the tab, this won't go any far forward. So I'm going to have to try to move it back as far as I can, and then straddle the, what do you call it? Straddle the center console and see if I can work in between. What I did was, I can't get behind the seats. I just can't step in behind there. So what I'm going to have to do is, I'll move the, I have to kneel on one of the seats. So I'll kneel on this one because the steering wheel's there. I move the other seat as far forward as I could, and this one as far back as I could. And let's see if I can get in the back there now. This seems to be the best combination. I got the light on. There's the clip right there. Right there. It looks like two things there, but it's the one on the right, and I'm going to try to pry that off with a screwdriver. It looks like it's easier to get from the outside. I don't know if I can hold the camera here. I don't know what it's taking. Well, we'll put it over here and see if I can get the picture of it. Here, let's see. This seems to be separating here. I don't know if I'm supposed to unzip this, but it looks like it's separating altogether. Maybe it's the stitching that's coming out. I don't know. I hope not, because that would mean it's new top time. I don't like that. It's starting to come up now. They tell you to release these teeth on the other side, but you can't really see the teeth on the other side. Let's put this over here and let's see what's going to happen if we try to unzip it from the inside. I'm taking a close look at this, and I can see stitching here and it's not here, so I do believe that the fabric is coming off here. It was stitched. I don't know if I can hand stitch that. I don't know if I can glue it. If I put the fabric back in and glue it, and maybe that'll help, but I don't think this is going to be very good. I might have to hand stitch some fabric in there. We'll see what happens. Looks like new top time to me. The stitching's coming out. Oh well. Well, looking back at this now, I don't think this is a good idea. I think the everything's a little too old. This stitching's going to rip. If I put the new window in, then this is going to have to be stitched back to the top. I noticed over here Got the stitching starting to go over here too. I don't know if you can see it right in here. All right, and a couple other places it doesn't look good. So rather than continue with this, looks like it's getting a little ratty. So I think what I'll do is just have to go for the new top, that's all. And when I get the top, I'll have it put on. Instead of putting the window in, I'll just save the old window and maybe just sell that. So I think that's what we're going to have to do. And I'll probably be better off in the long run. And a couple of you guys already advised me to do that, so I guess you were right. Okay, bye-bye.